What up? What up? It's your boy. It's your boy Ricky D. We back. Welcome back to the Sports Corner from the 216 with your boy Ricky D. Monday, 8 o'clock live streaming right now on YouTube. Sports Corner from the 216 Facebook page and Sports Corner Sports C's podcast on TikTok right now. We live. So join in so you can be part of the conversation. Of course, it's Monday, like I said, and we're coming off a weekend where Cleveland sports gave us a little bit of everything. A blowout win, a reality check, and some big picture questions that aren't going anywhere anytime soon. You already know. We're talking Cavs heating up. It's almost the playoffs. Yeah, the Guardians got shut down, but that's the reality check. You know what I'm saying? We got us a shining light, though. You get what I'm saying? And why the Browns might be in the most important quiet stretch of the league right now, the off season. This the part where the mental plays a bigger part than the actual actions. This is where the team really get built. The decisions are made. Let's get into it right quick. It's your boy Ricky D. You know, of course, we're gonna start off with the Cavs because we know where they headed to right now, and that's the playoffs. And currently, I think they the fourth seed. Yeah, of course, they came back, dominated them what you call them, Miami Heat. They got on the Heat real quick. You know, the Heat have kind of whooped on us a couple days ago, but we came back and demolished them for real. We put a spanking on them Miami Heat. They was up like I mean I think they was up probably like 50 at one point. But hey, we already know where them Cavs going. Max Strus came back. He been on fire. He averaging like 20 points a game since he been back. He hit 8 threes. I think we played. If we don't play tonight, we play tomorrow. But we on the road. And I was telling people, man, Jared Allen make a big difference, man. Jared Allen make a big difference. That's why it always. Hey, I just peeped something out with my setup. That's why I gotta. I'm looking at the screen and not the camera. Hey, I be looking like, man, why I don't hardly ever look into the camera because the camera is up. Hey, but hey, to each his own. We seeing you seeing me. Hey, I might can see you if you want to chime in and join the live session, but that's a little later. Of course, you can call in 716, well, that's 216, of course, 716-3005. Make sure you text first to let me know where you calling in, but that's a little later in the show where we going to do that. If not, we going to just move on. I'm going to, voice my opinion, what's my thoughts, etc., because I'm thinking a little here, over there. I'm a multitasker. But yeah, man, this wasn't just a win. But you got to give props, though, going back to Jared Allen, because it's like they couldn't catch that groove, but they 5 out of the last 6 games, so we ain't going to really, like, stress the Cavs. They really just trying to figure out who ready, because the lineup, the way the team built, the lineup is it can match up with anybody, because I think we got enough big man. Of course, we got a solid backcourt. We got wing players to go. It's on and popping. It's on and popping. I'm gonna have to check this out. I thought I was gonna be able to do something, but you know what? I'm gonna just run over here. But we live, man. We live over on Facebook, Sports Corner from the 216 podcast, the podcast. Yeah, we were just talking about them Cavs though, but Struce coming back. We got Miami back. That's what that. Hey, I was proud of that game because I'm like, we gotta watch this, man. We gotta watch this. So anyhow, what's that? There's always something, boy. But yeah, man, they catching the rhythm, man. They got an important piece back, but at the same time, Dean Wade and Jason Tyson, I mean, they out for the road trip. But that's a good thing. So that means they probably just really resting them, letting them heal up a little bit. You don't want to go into the playoffs with too many injuries. You at least want to be somewhat healed up, if not all the way. But at the same time, man, we playing some good basketball. That Harden trade was a great trade for the Cavs because since Harden been on the team, they 14-4. And one of them games he was hurt. One of them because he came right back. Then of course we had Allen. He had to get used to playing with Mobley in the spot Allen usually be in. But them injuries at the same time, it seemed bad, but it also can be a good thing because you got to think they get to learn how to play with different players. You get what I'm saying? Like they learning how to play with different lineups. It's actually building up the multiple choices for the lineup. So, man, but at the same time, that like I say, it's testing. See, I'm checking on my notes too. You gotta have you some notes, man. Make sure you have some notes so you kind of stay on track. You don't be going left when you're trying to go. Hey, I would shout out my partner in crime. Can y'all see that my partner in crime? That's the one keep me going. The juices. Shout out Rockstar Zero. I'm gonna give him a shout out. Rockstar Pure Zero silver. These babies right here, man, that's a good energy booster. They say the energy drinks ain't good for us, so I tried to slow down on them, but man, they keep me going. They keep me perky. My mind be focused because I think it got like some mental mind, body, and energy. Rockstar, we gonna shout y'all out. Free shout out. But yeah, man, that's them Cavs, man. They playoff bound. You know, that's what playoff basketball is about. It's about finding the right players to match up against the team you're going against. At the moment, we don't have a surefire, but it's looking like we gonna have this fourth seed. Let me look into the let me look into the stats. See what the NBA stats is. Okay, yeah. So we got the fourth seed. We 2 games out of the 3 seed. Then we got the Raptors right behind us. They them and the Hawks is tied. Then we got 76ers and the Magic behind them. The Heat closing in on the Magic. So the Heat, the Magic, and the Hornets. I'm a, I'm gonna say that for the later segment. But yeah, man, them Cavs, man. You gotta be because we know where they going. So we just getting ready for the playoffs with the Cavs. They done made that trade, like I always say. The NBA season, you teams be winning and losing, but when that NBA trade hit, that trade deadline, and people really be reconstructing they rosters, and we made one of the biggest trades. We might have made the biggest trade of the offseason because Harden is a top 75 player at this point in his career. And there been talks that he might get a 2-year extension. So, the playoff window is small. It's like, hey man, let's shoot for the stars. I wouldn't be surprised if we make it all the way this year. Let me see what the West looks like. Okay, the Spurs and the Thunder, they going back. LeBron got the Lakers in third, but the Nuggets right behind them. Timberwolves with the fifth. We got the Rockets, the Suns, Clippers, Trailblazers, and the Warriors. So that because the next team, the Grizzlies, is 25. They like 10 games out of it. So the West is set. They might some of the seedings might switch around because you got Minnesota and Houston with the same record. Clippers and Trailblazers ain't too far apart, and the Lakers and the Nuggets, but the Lakers is like 2 games ahead of them. So, but the Thunder and the Spurs, they got the 1 and the 2 seed locked down. So the Lakers and the Nuggets, they gonna be battling back and forth for the 3 and the 4 seed, and then you got the Timberwolves and the Rockets. So, but at the same time, the Thunder, we kind of did some work with the Thunder. Yeah, the Pistons got the first seed probably. So the Celtics can mess around because I think what is like how many games left. It should be something like 8 or 9 games. I think. I know they under it's single digits though. See, it's trying to figure it out because it's all on teams. Ask how many we got. So the Cavs have 7 games left. I know that was a quick. That was a long pause because I got to doing some other little stuff on y'all. But yeah, the Cavs got 7 games left. So we got oh yeah, we do play tonight at 9 o'clock. We play the Jazz. Then tomorrow we play the Lakers, which Brian might as well come on if he supposed to be part of the owner. They say Brian ain't one of the owners, but yeah, we got 7 games left, man. But let's move on to the freshest Cleveland team that's going down right now. That's the Guardians. They got them a bright spot. They took a beating though last night. I think they lost 8-0. It was 0-0 for a while. Then somewhere down the line, I guess the pitching just went bad. But man, it's just an early season reality check. That's what I feel like. Cause the thrill of the young kid Chase DeLauder hitting them home runs, making records. But yeah, that's the bright spot. Chase DeLauder. Then you got Travis Bazana. Separation. hey, hey, that was me talking to myself. But yeah, the Guardians, man, that's what's going on. I see a lot of potential because, of course, we got Marrero, you got Ruccio, you got Manzardo. Let me look at the Indians lineup again, but let me see what that lineup is again. Y'all see, I called them the Indians. Hey, that's because man, I grew up with the Indians. But yeah, they the Guardians now. If you ain't know, the Guardians come from we got the bridge, the Carnegie Bridge, and we got these pillars on them with the big Guardians. So hey, that was whoever thought to call them the Guardians after we couldn't be the Indians. They kept the Indians, the end, but that's a good little what you call that, man? But anyhow, it's representing the city in a good way. Cleveland starting lineup. Oh, we play tonight too. The Guardians. We play the Dodgers. So the starting lineup tonight, you got Quan starting off. Then you got Delata coming in at the DH. Ramirez, Jose, Manzardo, Sheeman. I like Sheeman too. Ruccio, some kid Arias. I ain't up to him. Martinez, the Arias kid playing shortstop. I'm gonna have to tune into this game. But you know they got all these. Is they on TV tonight? And the starting pitcher is Missick. Yeah, we fresh season. But we are 2-1. At least we above 500. But yeah, man, they just didn't have a reality check. The Seattle pitching came alive in the last game. They probably was tired of the kid just blasting home runs on the pitches because he got 4 home runs in 4 games. He got two in one game, and then et cetera, et cetera. So he got a total of 6 runs, and he hit the base like 18 times total bases. But it's still like I say, it's early in the season, so you can't really get too involved because baseball is the longest one of them all. You know what I'm saying? So, but I should have played baseball. Hey, I played it a little bit as a kid, but I'm like when I got older and was really like understanding my athleticism, I'm like, man, I might have would have excelled in baseball. But baseball to me, excuse me, you gotta really, you gotta really be patient watching baseball because it's a patient game. Like if you don't have this, if you're not no type of discipline in you, you can't watch a baseball game. And you got to understand the chess game that's being played. Like you would see somebody come up and they bunt, then they might put on a pitch hitter. You know what I'm saying? You got to really be a good coach in baseball. But let's be honest, man. That kind of performance gets you attention. The way that boy was hitting them home runs. See, that's the bright spot. Like you and they was talking about the ladder a lot from spring training because he didn't start. He ain't get on the roster until the postseason last year. So that's why he's still considered a rookie this year. So he has a good chance to win American League Rookie of the Year. I don't think they do Rookie of the Year for the whole league, but if he keep playing like this, they keep trying to compare him to other young people, but he is his own person, man. He chased a lot. We don't want to compare him to nobody else. It ain't even the season ain't even old enough. It's still a newborn. You know what I'm saying? But because it's not just that you lost, it's how you look losing when it came to that blowout. But like I say, it's early in the summer, man. It's early in the season. It's just one bad game. You know, now if we see something and it just keep ending up like that, yeah. But the Guardians usually got a good pitching farm. The bullpen usually is all right. We lost some good ones because they wanted to go gamble based on the sport that they play. Like man, this is when people when professional athletes do stuff like that, I'll be like, man, did they get interrogated or what's the word I'm looking for? Not interrogated, but like did somebody say, man, you better do this or seriously though, man, because what would make you do that when you already getting paid good money? Because when you hear about the amount of money that they actually be like involving themselves with, you be like, dude, that probably was your game check. No, baseball so long, them game checks might be small. But yeah, man. And then, of course, you already know we got the Cleveland Browns. I got a lot to talk about with the Cleveland Browns, so I'm gonna probably give y'all a whole little segment with this. But for it to be no games, it's always some headlines. I don't want to hear it ain't no headlines. But don't get it twisted, man. This is where I always tell people, man, I like when I used to play Madden and it was this other game called Coach. And Coach, you couldn't play. You just had to literally do the off season and coach the game. You the players did they did their own thing. But you know, of course, we start from the trenches. I was so excited that the Browns winning, and the first thing they did was go get linemen. They went and spent the money that they opened up on linemen. And speaking of free agents, the one free agent, the DN from Buffalo, his contract was rescinded because his um his physical didn't work and didn't come back right. But this the season where you want to see what the rookies, you invite them in, you get the 30 top picks, the 30 top 30 is what it's called. But it's about the draft. And I was thinking I might not return after this show until after the draft. Unless something dramatic will happen, I might take a break for y'all for a couple weeks just until after the draft. But if that boy Carnell Tate is at 6, you take Carnell Tate. If not, I feel like you trade down. You trade down because the quality of players that's gonna still be available after 6 is it's so many of them you gonna still be able to get a good one. You get what I'm saying? And in big news and breaking news, it ain't breaking at the moment, but excuse me, Shador got his number 2 back, so it's two legendary going on. It's it's a battle. They say it's gonna be a battle with Watson and Shador. Shador got that number 2 back, so he might have a different little energy going on when he step on the field. You get what I'm saying? He might got a little something up in him, but the biggest thing is the Browns rescinded on they they requested to do the little draft thing, but they pulled back on that. The roster though is shaping up. They done added some little role players to the team. We got the strong defense. We got now the line is up there. But the one thing that they've been, other than the quarterback talk, I just wish Cleveland sports talk learn to talk like we have a legitimate quarterback, even though we don't, man. I really believe it's Shador's job to lose, but Watson is still a professional quarterback that earned one of the biggest contracts ever. So who knows how healed up he is? And then speaking on that, Haslam, you know how he said it was a hit and a miss. Now he's saying it might be a home run. You get what I'm saying? But you got the Browns promoting, advertising, and marketing Shador just getting his number 2 back. Man, the Browns, they marketing team is on point. And then they got storylines to go because they talking about Miles Garrett might get traded. I wouldn't trade Miles Garrett. I wanted to when he was talking that mess last year. But at the same time, if you do trade Miles Garrett, you need to get at least 2 first round picks and 2 quality players. If at least one quality player, 2 firsts and something like a third, and maybe another fifth or something. But because Dallas is hometown down there in Texas, so that's the only team, unless somebody come with a boatload. That's the only team because he got a no trade clause too, so he still has option. He still has the option to choose where he's traded to. So a trade wouldn't be that simple either. But Dallas got the 2 first-round picks. Give us the 2 first-round picks and one of them receivers. Give us. I prefer Pickens, but Pickens a high head. He might have matured. But give me one of them receivers, Lamb or Pickens. The 2 first. Man, I need the third two, and y'all can have Miles. Hey, we got our receiver. We go draft up another rookie receiver, and and then with one of them picks, we go get us a nice little defensive end. Then we could talk. We could grab us a couple. We might even go get us another deep. We get us two. If we trade to Dallas, we use they 2 first-round picks on defensive players, and we use our 2 first-round picks on offensive players, or vice versa, because we'll have 4 picks in the first round. Miles would probably be happy because he'd be home. Jerry Jones get the you know, puts the narrative as, the Cowboys trying to win that championship. But the biggest topic in Cleveland right now, outside of Miles, because Miles is who he is. He's like a lifetime type player. He just won the sack record and everything. But the one thing that's really kind of like it's the quarterback thing. Like they talking about Watson and Shador is an open competition. I still feel like it's Shador's job to lose, but as you say, as the saying goes in the pros, a starter can't lose their job due to injury. That's the only thing that's almost written in stone that could prevent Shador from starting. But I feel like people keep saying Washington got to be the 2000. No, Washington got to be the 2019 Washington, the one that got to the playoffs, not the stats, but the playoffs. And you know what I'm saying? We do that, we could go far. We can go far because man, I keep telling people the Browns are gonna surprise a lot of people. I could promise you that they're gonna surprise a lot of people. Where we at now? I'm trying to stay on track, y'all, because I got these notes. Like I say, you gotta have these notes, man, and you gotta be real. So, what's your thoughts, SC216? Before I move on, though, quick little ad. Wake up to a cup of Brewed Euphoria Coffee, dark French roast bitter root edition, capturing the blissful moment with every sip. Make sure you follow them on Instagram. Click the link in the bio so you can get a bag of bitter root dark French roast coffee from Brew Euphoria. It's your boy. It's your boy. I've been running around a little bit today too, though. So I'm kind of, then I had to get some last minute notes in. But now that everybody questioning. I'm still on these Browns real quick though. But everybody trying to say, Barry, but if Barry been around for a minute, Barry is not gonna tell you what it is you actually want to hear. Barry is gonna play Jedi mind tricks with you. And what GM would want to just put the actual thought that they got in their head out in the public so now the other GMs know how to work him. Yeah, you say what you want the masses to hear. Like he said, if we get another quarterback, yeah, they're going to be in the competition. But just because he said that doesn't mean they're going to get another quarterback. But if they do get a quarterback, of course they're in the competition. That's why they got picked. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like they're gonna be competing to be the starter because that's between Shador and Watson. You know, the other quarterback, of course, if he come in and he's shining better than both of them, and or somebody go down or whatever, yeah, of course, every player is on the team to be able to play. So of course, when they come, they competing to get the starting job. That's just common sense, man. Sometimes people have to be logical and not so emotional. That's why I tell people sports is entertainment. It's fun. You know, you could be. I can understand you being emotional in the moment, but you can't literally get emotionally attached. You can love your teams, but in a rational way. You get what I'm saying? Like don't let it don't let a loss make you don't want to go to work the next day. Or you down and out. You get what I'm saying? Or you want to have a bad attitude and get violent or whatever. No, we ain't doing that. But this your boy Ricky D, Sports Corner from the 216. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you follow us on most social media platforms and soon to be on most streaming apps where you find podcast audio versions. That's Sports Corner from the 216 with your boy, the big homie Ricky D. How was y'all weekend anyway? Like, did y'all, do anything? Because they had in Cleveland, we had the one little podcast crew, the Highly Social or Highly Conversation. Man, I'm saying it wrong, Nate, but y'all know if you from Cleveland, you know what went down this weekend. But yeah, man, it's a lot going on with the Browns. I'm jacked by my boy getting that number 2 though, because he could keep his brand going. The 2 legendary, the 12 was, and I'm glad I ain't grab a jersey yet because I knew this was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna, cause that the other dude wasn't never getting no playing time, so I kind of knew the 2 was gonna be available, and he snatched it up. The Browns even promoting it, so let's go. 2 legendary. Watson, you know, you had your opportunity for real. I feel like it's a lose lose if you win the job because now we, or if you win the job, that means Shador didn't do what he needed to do. But I feel like the job should be Shador's to lose. Watson, you just do good in the preseason, do your best, you know, because even if you do win the job, like it's a lose lose to it because now they trying to figure out how to move on from you. But if you do good, then it's like, damn, do we got to give me more money? Because it could be a fluke, or it could be, man. It's hard, but this off season, this camp, this training camp, the quarterback, this is about to be a fun quarterback competition. Like usually it be uninteresting, but because it's really Shador job to lose, but at the same time, a starter doesn't lose the job based off injury. So we got to go from there. You know what I'm saying? And I heard enough before I move on. I heard um, people talking about how the quarterback in the draft. Like I feel like this is a week. Like if you ain't got 5, 6 quarterbacks that's talking about getting drafted in the first round, it's not a quarterback draft. So the Mendoza, that's a reach. They trying to hype up Ty Simpson. I don't really think it's working. But then you hear somebody, this is what they said. They was like, so what if you don't pick him and he turns out to be good? Oh well, if we don't pick him and he turns out to be good, congratulations to the team that did pick him. But we got two quarterbacks that have potential. If they don't work out, we got next year was supposed to be filled with quarterbacks. So you can still get a good quality quarterback and with a late round pick, a mid to late round first round pick. So I wouldn't even be concerned about the quarterback situation. I just more just be intrigued to like see how it's gonna turn out with what we have. And then you go get you a vet. You might even draft, but they might like Dylan more than he's been talked about because Atlanta then went and picked up another third quarterback. So him going back down there with Stefanski, that might not that might be out the picture. So who else gonna trade for Dylan Gabriel outside of Stefanski unless it was other people? It could be Miami. I didn't even think about that because they did say Miami had interest in Dylan Gabriel too. So that might work. That might work. That might work. But yeah, man, we're gonna move on, man. We're gonna talk about some sports around the world, of course. But before we do that, another little quick ad spot. Oh, you must turn this on. Hashtag brain set at Bavaria's Clothing Collection on Instagram. Sports Corner in front of 216, the podcast with your boy Ricky D. Yeah, man. But I was kind of telling y'all about the NBA. So the West looking, the West looking like they might be they settle. It's probably a few teams can move around, but the 10, the play in people and the regular eight, top eight, they about set. The Cavs, like I say, they got 7 more games to play. But man, was that last night I was watching? I turned, yeah, it was last night. Denver was playing who? Houston, I think. But yeah, man, somebody hit that lad that had that buzzer beater. It wasn't to win the game. It was, I think, it was like the end of the quarter. Netted it from half court. I said, oh, and nobody see that one coming in, but it went in though. Cause it's all about matchups now, man. It's a chess game. Everybody playing chess to get to the playoffs. Cause the playoffs is a little mini season itself. Yeah, that's a little mini season itself. Then you got the March Madness going on. The UConn, the little Mullen kid hit the 35-foot buzzer beater to beat Duke. Carlos Boozer's son and his roadies to go face, of course, a Big Ten team. Illinois used to be a powerhouse in the hoop game. See, like I say, I ain't really been all indulged in the college hoops, but now is the time to lock in. It's the Final Four, the best four to go to the championship. They play April 4th. The Final Four on April 4th. But yeah, the other game is Michigan and Arizona. Lil Bronny ain't been playing because he red shirt. Now I was seeing some stuff they was talking about Bronny was gone um go to the league. I mean, not Bronny, but Bryce was gonna go to the league. But they said he redshirted though, so he gonna be there next year. Arizona. That's who Michigan plays. So there might be some good little matchups, but it's hopefully one of the Big Ten teams. I would prefer Illinois over the team up north, even though I got a lot of good, friends. I could call a few of them friends from up north. I got family up there too. But yeah, when I'm an old state guy. No, you already know. It's that H2O. Got to rinse that energy drink down so you don't be moving like Speedy Gonzalez. Reba, reba. Nah, I'm a little zoned out, but yeah, man, that's the college hoops, man. Major League Baseball, it's still early in the season, man. I don't think no injuries that happen so far, not to no big name, long, important players. But baseball is not one of them. You more with baseball, you get more like a muscle injury because it's a lot of running and throwing. It ain't really never like concussions unless you got a goofy pitcher or somebody's bat flings and catch somebody. But yeah, oh my fault. But it's that time. It's really just prepping for the draft, getting ready for the playoffs, and there's some other stuff going on. But we might get into that when we come back. But we about to open up. I want to hear from y'all if y'all tuning in, or comment on the post later on the clips. Make sure you like and subscribe on YouTube so you can get notifications for when I do go live, or like and follow on Facebook and TikTok. Oh, that's who I was trying to get a hold to. See what's going on over there. Leave a comment. Yeah, man, moving too fast. Man, my throat just got dry. Yeah, but if you ain't tuning in, just go ahead and leave a comment later because I know you're gonna view these clips because I always give y'all some good clips. It's like y'all act off them clips. Them clips get more attention than live. But I need y'all to come over here on YouTube and subscribe. Can you do that for me, man? It ain't nothing but a click of a button, man. Go on and turn us up. Sports Corner from the 216. Yeah, but I want to hear about how you felt about the Cavs getting shut out. Are you concerned? I mean, not the Cavs, but the Guardians. Are you concerned? Do you think that was really a problem, or was it just a game? The Cavs. Do you feel like they ready? Is the team ready to go be dangerous for the playoffs? Explain how you feel about, excuse me, everything. Be real. Do you think Watson really has a chance, or is that just some marketing with the Browns, to keep everybody tuned in because you could best believe they probably got monetized pages too. I'm just saying, everybody is so many ways to and bring in a dollar, man. You got to just keep applying, and when you're a professional team, it's that easy. Drop your takes, send them in. You know, I'll be reading them on the next episode, so make sure you leave TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, X, formerly known as Twitter. You know, we on all them platforms. Make sure you go over to Patreon and become a member because most of the clips gonna start being over there. So if you want to get instant access to the clips, I prefer you go over there. But I'm right now. I need you to come over here on Facebook. I mean YouTube, and don't forget to follow us on Facebook too. But yeah, quick break, quick break. And if you've been thinking about leveling up your content, as you can see, if you notice from when I began to where I'm at now, when it comes to just the podcast, same thing, period. Because you know we coming back with the Think and Reflect podcast show. It's gonna be a little bit more intimate, a little one on one, more. You know, it's gonna have some of the same criteria, but it's gonna have more of a engaging atmosphere. Like that's really get to the point. That's really voice our opinion about some serious topics. But over here on the sports corner, we just going in because who don't love sports? Sports make people forget about their religion, their race. Just everybody forget everything, and then it just be, hey, let's go. Sports, man. This is one of the best entertainments ever created. But there are platforms right now that let you record, edit, and distribute your podcast from anywhere. No expensive setup needed. Of course, you're going to have to invest in your setup. You're going to have to pay for some software. But if you got a voice or an idea, this is the time to build it. Back to it. So, yeah, some of these hot clips we got. So just going over what been going on over the weekend, we don't really want to get to it like I was just saying, too emotionally involved. You know, especially with the Guardians, they ain't even played. We got to at least give them about 30 games before we really get to judging them because you know what them Guardians do. You remember one year they had like the 25-game win streak. Last year they won the division from being 15 games out of the first place. So we got one of them teams where the desire kick in. It's like we got this. You know, of course the Cavaliers, they really like on top of the echelon of being the representative from the East when it comes to the finals. Cause they got a squad as long as we stay healthy and they can kind of find them groups, them rotations to really get us going is on and popping. But when it comes to the off season, if it don't get that far, or hopefully they win it all, but if it don't and they get kicked out, I feel like they need to make another trade. And the best value, man, I know a lot of y'all don't want to hear it, man, but the best value is Mobley. You're gonna get the most for Mobley. But if you do get rid of Mobley, make sure you get a tough guy that's good. You get what I'm saying? Make sure they're a good player that they can put. But you know, Mobley, you're gonna get you 2, 3 players and probably a draft pick because he young and he has potential. You got some people saying he overrated, but the guy can play. He just don't seem like the type. He don't got that Allen don't. He got a little bit more than Mobley do because when he go up, he go up strong. He just one of them. He a friendly type person. So, but we need somebody that's, man. I don't care who you are. You get what I'm saying? We need like a Draymond mentality. Um, Even the Anthony Edwards mentality, who is probably gonna be the new face of the league. Cause that's all I've been thinking. Like, man, LeBron at his end, like, who gonna really be that one player to take over being the face of the league? And Anthony Edwards, his game is nice. He's easy to market. Cause I don't really see Wembley, the Wembyama, whatever the guy from he got a weird name, but the tall, super tall dude to play like the point guard or whatever. But he don't have that image that I could be the face of the league. See, Anthony Edwards he's a confident person. Like, to be the face of the league, you gotta have a lot of confidence. But before we pull out, man, I got one more. And if you're building something, man, whether it's a business, a brand, or service, this platform, this platform, Sports Corner from the 216, we gonna grow together, man. Your product, your service, this content, reaching out to numerous people, gonna get your Cleveland. This is specifically, but if you're a nationwide product, service, business, you can reach out to. Make sure you send a DM the Sports C216 podcast on IG or email at sportsc216@outlook.com. And with that, man, that's the rundown, man, for this episode of Sports Corner from the 216. You get it? What's your thoughts? SC216, SC216. You know what I'm saying? Straight to the point. If you rocking with Sports Corner from the 216, follow, share, and make sure you tap in next week. But you need to like and subscribe on YouTube mainly so you can get the notifications. But if you really, really rocking with us, man, when you checking out these clips and you seeing the news we report, man, share it. Tap in, man. Make sure you there next week, man. 216-716-3005. If you want to be a guest on the show, make sure you send a DM to the same address as Sports C216 Podcast on IG and email us at sportsc216outlook.com. And until then, I'll catch y'all next time. This your boy Ricky D signing out. Sports Corner from the 216 live on YouTube. Peace.
Awesome! What?